much, but you're trying to find out who your lawyer is?
Yeah, but I was just wondering about the attorney-client privilege, because on April, real quick, is it normal if an attorney doesn't show up to court, period? Like, you know, an attorney not show up to court for 4 different court dates, and then the only reason we had court dates was to see that the attorney has talked to me? Is that normal? Does that happen often?
Not to my knowledge.
This doesn't seem legal or right, does it?
No. So who's not showing up to court?
Oh, no, it's been a while, right? So then I have a new attorney, right? So my new attorney, that's the funny part too. So I talked to him one day, we were supposed to meet, and then boom, zip, I don't know. So my last attorney who never showed up, the four out of 4 he was gone.
Oh God,
the one time he showed up though, it was to Jay, please. The one time he showed up right here, it was to help get me a warrant, right? So I was trying to find out when my new attorney was when he took over, because I don't think my last attorney, I don't think he was even representing me, so I think he went to court for once. That
Okay, when was the last court date? Was that approximately?
so it's gonna be June 20th. So if you could tell me who was representing me that day, or June 12th.
I showed is your lawyer as of May 24th, 2023.
Okay, give me 1
Is
second.
that
No,
familiar?
sorry, 1 second. Sorry, May 24th, 2023. There was
I am.
okay, got you. Yeah, it's the whole entire thing. Like, it just seems insane, right? So my attorney, Mr. I don't understand this whatsoever. So Mr. Ainsley, my attorney. Yes, Mr. Attorney Ainsley, right? So he didn't come to court at all. Any court case I had. So then the court went to a different attorney. So then he went to a different attorney May 24th, right? So then he showed up on June 12th, or he showed up on, I think he showed up on May 15th, right? I don't know. But he showed up, I think, oh, maybe it was. I don't know. What day did I get my warrant? Yeah.
Well, this time it does.
Okay, can you see what time my warrant was?
What's that?
Can you see when the warrant was?
I know I don't see that.
Okay, gotcha, 100%. And then, yeah, there's some discrepancies for sure in the docket history, but John Austin, can I have a personal line for him? And then, do I even have the case anymore, or did you guys just drop it and let it go?
Do you even have a case number?
Yeah, the 2AC.
Well, I'm going by that number you gave me.
Yeah, is it? So, last time I seen anything on the docket history, it seemed like there should be 2 different courts right here. Is there anything else going on about me? Because I found out that there's 3 cases that they tried putting together on October, or not October, but they tried adding to this right here. So I mean, it's ridiculous in the paperwork.
Where do they do that?
So, I
I'm
mean,
not showing that one case open myself.
what?
The case of the number that you gave me.
Yeah, so 2AC is not even open anymore?
That's the only one I show open.
Oh, okay, so that one is open, right? And
Well, let's see.
gotcha. Can you see anything in civil court? Because I was threatened the other day by a collection agency saying that they were gonna.
Okay, would you like his direct line?
No, I don't. I don't want to, because this is my third. No, this is my. No, Jamie, stop, please. This is my third attorney right here, right? And then, Jamie, please. It's my third attorney right here, and I talked to him on the phone for a minute, and then he is not like. I felt like I was wasting time. Where like he was like,
Okay, is there anything else I can do for you?
Yes, I would like to talk to like the main supervisor, like some super boss, because I don't want this guy. It's ridiculous right here. I'd like to file for.
God damn.
Jamie, what the fuck?
Like you're being a fucking baby.
Jamie, what do you mean be a baby? They're violating all my constitutional rights, Jamie.
No, they're not.
What, Jamie? What?
No, they're not.
Oh my god, dude. This is not.
They're not violating any of your constitutional rights.
Okay.
You keep saying the only reason you're going to court is so that you and your lawyer check in, and that's not the reason you're going to court. You're going to court to decide whether or not you're taking the prosecutor's...
Okay, you said you want Mr. Austin supervised?
Yes, please, yes,
Hold
please.
on, please.
Yeah. Jane, can we have, wait, touch this,
whether or not you're taking the prosecutor's plea
can we touch this?
or going to trial.
Can we touch this for a second?
Shut up.
Jamie,
Shut the fuck up.
Jamie.
Kelsey?
Hi, Kelsey, how you doing?
Good. Who's this?
My name is going to be Timothy James Herbert. That's me, Herbert. And Kelsey, what's your last name?
What? Can you tell me why you're calling me?
Yeah, so I was, I've been having, like, just some, just issues with my DAC. He's, like, my third guy, and I just, I don't understand.
I'm sorry, I can't understand. You're having issues with what?
Oh, I'm just having issues, my attorney's my third attorney right here. So, Miss Kelsey, what is your last name?
So, I'm actually going to ask you the questions because you're calling me. So, I need to know your name and your cause number before
Heck yeah. So my name's gonna be Timothy, Timothy. Last name's gonna be Herbert, Herbert.
What's your cause number?
2AC 1098. That's my huge dilemma right here. So I've been having the most bizarre time, but I think his name's gonna be John Austin.
Okay. Is it a case charged in University Place?
Yeah. So it's University. Yeah, it says University Place, but that's another thing too. So it's University Place, right? Shouldn't they go off the University Place rules, like like University Place like laws, or also it's like a municipal court. So should they use community court rules?
What's your current charge? Do you know it?
I believe it's going to be, I don't know. It's
Fourth degree assault.
It says 4th degree assault, but it says the other participant's gonna be the cop.
It says, excuse me, what?
It says the participant in the docket history. It says the participant is going to be the cop. And it says that the alleged victim, she is...
Okay, I'm just pulling up your case so that I can check
Heck yeah.
what they've charged you with. So it looks like... I see that they have charged you with a misdemeanor crime of...
Yeah, so is there any way to get the notes for this case? Like, like all the notes, like the citation could, for us, is there any way possible?
The citation?
Well, no, like the notes, like everything like on the court, like everything not from the court. I apologize. I'm not too savvy when it comes to the legal stuff. I don't know too much, but like the attorney guy, like when he like writes notes and stuff, like I have like a file. Is there all the notes of the file stuff that they have?
So if you're requesting your own client file from your attorney, it sounds like that's what you're asking. You need to make a request in writing.
Okay.
That your name, like your case number that you just gave me, so you need to write that on there. So
Okay.
2AC 1098.
Heck yeah.
And your name.
Yeah,
Write it all out on a piece of paper.
heck yeah. Do you have a court form number?
What's that?
Do I need to use a court form number or a court docket, like a cover page, like a municipal court?
No, you can just write it on any paper you have.
Got you.
And you can just say that you are requesting a copy of your client file held here at the Department of Assigned Counsel, and you can drop that letter off at our front desk.
Got you. So last time I first initially met with the gentleman, my attorney, on the phone, right? So I have a huge issue with my whole entire case, like all this stuff right here. But I've been waiting forever just for anything. I have never got. Not your fault. Not a problem. I totally understand. Sorry. So I just the guy. We're talking about some video evidence right here. So he's like watching video evidence, but he's like talking about the end of the video. He's like tonight, so he's never watching it. So he's like trying to push things on me, but I mean, like, it just doesn't make any sense. And then the deputy prosecutor attorney, like, he's also involved with an eviction litigation thing that's going on here. And it turns out that he's just I think it's a conflict of interest, 100%. So I'm not sure where to go for this because I'd have to sit down with you to actually go through everything right here. So do I have anything?
Well, Timothy, you have the warrant, and so
Yes,
I think the first thing to do is you want to quash your warrant so you don't have a warrant out for your arrest.
Yes, ma'am. So 100% right here. So the biggest issue right here is I'm not sure if it says right here. That's going to be police excessive force. I'm like terrified. What happened to me in the jail was unexcusable. It was insane, and I am subsequently terrified about having huge issues with it. And it felt like it's been provoking me, mocking me, and taunting me. It's just.
Your attorney is listed. Okay?
Yes, no. Yeah, March.
He's a very good attorney, and he has tons of experience. And so, what I would do is, I see that you had already one time set a warrant cancellation hearing. It was set for July 31st, and you didn't show up at
What?
that hearing.
July 31st is set. I never said that. When was that?
Yep.
When was that set?
You live chatted for a quash date, and that was set, and then you didn't show up. So it's
Okay.
still outstanding. It's been outstanding this whole time.
Okay.
Come back and do that same thing to request a warrant cancellation hearing date.
Yes, ma'am. I got you.
And then if you have that warrant cancellation hearing date,
Yep.
it would be best that you get, and I can also send him a message to call you once you have your warrant quash date so you can talk to him about what's been going on and why you missed court so that you
Heck
have
yeah.
that conversation before your warrant cancellation date. But first things first is you want to get your warrant quashed, okay?
Okay, so before I get my warrant quashed thing, I want to get my warrant What? I'm sorry, you lost me there.
Yeah, so you just need to go, do you have access to the internet?
Not really. Do you have a place?
You do.
Can you provide internet for me?
Yes.
So all you have to do is when you have access to the internet, you just put in Google Pierce County District Court,
Okay.
and then you click on it when you're at Pierce County District Court.
Yeah.
And then what will happen is, I'm going to it right now so I can tell you exactly what to do.
We'll have the rules. We'll have the rules and procedures, like what the jury's supposed to do.
You go down to the bottom, and it says contact us, and there is an option for live chat, and you click on it, and you'll talk to a clerk, and you tell them your name and your case number, and to set you a warrant cancellation hearing.
So that's what I did, except for the 31st, right?
Yeah, because you need to do it again, though, because you're going to, because it's still outstanding. So go
No.
and do that again and get a court date so
Yeah.
you can come in and cancel your warrant, so there's not a warrant for your arrest.
Kelsey, I don't have a warrant for arrest. I totally understand. Cancel the warrant quash thing right here. But the court date for July 31st, that was not to my knowledge. When was that case set? Because last I knew that there was a court date on June 12th, right? So on June 12th, I talked 7 days prior. So I 5th of June, I told her I was on issues by attorney. I said I would like to set the case over a little bit longer. And on the day of court, I called everybody. I tried calling the judge. I talked to everybody, so that should be all reflected in the docket.
Well, and that's why the best thing to do and the best thing is to be proactive and quash this warrant. So the sooner you do it, the better that looks. So if there was some misunderstanding before, that's okay. But if you are proactive to set the warrant cancellation hearing and go back to court yourself instead of having to get arrested by a police officer.
For $100? Okay, sorry, Miss Kelsey. So $100. So I don't know too much. Did they actually defund the police here in Pierce County?
Oh my God.
So
Did they defund? Did they defund the police?
no, they're not defunded. So hey, Timothy, I got another phone call.
Sorry. One quick question. Can my attorney not come to any court appearances? So like for 5 months, he didn't appear to one court. So it's 4 court appearances he missed. The only one he went to is the one to get my warrant, right? So he said he couldn't do anything to defend me, even though I talked to him on a lot of bases. But I went to every court appearance, right? But he didn't go to one of them. So is that normal? Can that happen?
What are you doing?
Well,
Like, what the
that
fuck?
wouldn't be necessarily normal, but us attorneys, we have busy schedules.
I know,
So
so-
we have more
yeah.
than one. We
Miss
represent
Kelsey,
more than
Miss
one
Kelsey,
client. So
may I
if
speak?
we're in trial on
No,
another
let her
case, we
speak.
can't be in 2 places at
No,
once.
let her
When an
speak.
attorney comes in as to cover.
Yes.
But there will always be an attorney. If you're assigned an attorney from my office, even if it's not your individual assigned attorney,
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
they do have a conflict because they're in another court hearing.
Heck yeah.
There will be an attorney there to handle your hearing. You won't just
Yeah.
be left
So-
with
no, that was not fair. I need your last name, please. Last name.
Okay, hang on.
Last name. Make it your last name, please, so I can email you.
What's that?
Make it your last name so I can email you, please.
STIN
At Pierce County.
at piercecountywa.gov.
Okay.
Okay?
So one quick question: how do I get all my emails to the county? So I wrote to the county a bunch of times. How can I get all those from the county itself? Like request those.
Why do you need them?
I think the easiest thing to do is to go into your own email and print them off.
No, like so for the county, if you ask questions, it's like they ask submit your question here online, and then they answer some of them, they don't answer. So it's not through email; it's through the Pierce County webpage itself. So sometimes they send me a receipt to it, but I don't have access to email anymore.
But it's a question to who? Like the clerk, you mean?
No, it's like to everybody, a lot to share. So I wrote like 150 emails and stuff. So I didn't get any documents, whatsoever from your department or from the prosecutor. So I had to do everything with the actual the county itself. So I mean, it just seems it's ridiculous what happened to me. So who do I file a complaint against to all this stuff, right? Because I'm a right.
Well, I think there's something that if it's connected to your case, you'll want to talk about it. Because he's your attorney, I'm not your attorney, okay? So
Yes.
hey, but I really want you to get working on getting that warrant cancellation hearing scheduled, and then you can email John Austin and tell him the date that you have, and then you guys can talk about it before you go to court, okay? And why you missed court and
Yes,
all
ma'am.
of that, okay?
I apologize for my attitude, Kelsey. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for answering my phone. You were awesome. I'm so sorry about that. So thank you. Not you. I apologize.
Okay.
Have a great
You
day.
take care, okay?
You too. Bye.
Bye.
I didn't know that for a minute. I don't know what is wrong with me. See what's wrong with me, Jay?
What?
So,
What's going on?
that's a Jay. It's just, not doing their job. Too much says.
They're not doing their job. Okay.
Jamie, so she was shutting me down. She was listening. She kept telling me to fucking.
She is doing her job. She's telling you, like, hey, man, you need to get your warrant
Jamie,
dropped.
what is her job? Who is
That's
she?
the most
Jamie,
important thing.
Jamie, no, who is she?
I don't know. Apparently, she's John Austin's man, and I don't know, superior. I don't know.
She wouldn't say her last name, Jamie. She would say her title.
She doesn't want to give it to you because, like,
She be held accountable.
you don't know because she wants you. She wants you to do what you're supposed to do, which is contact your DAC and quash your warrant.
Jamie.
So, like,
Damn.
talking to her and like worrying about what she's doing isn't what you need to be worried about. You need to be working on quashing your fucking warrant and getting in touch with your DAC.
Jamie.
That's what she said 5 times.
Jamie.
So she's giving you the answer.
No, Jamie.
It's just you don't like it, that answer.
No, Jamie. That's not what I called her for, Jamie. She keeps telling me things I didn't ask for, Jamie.
What do you need?
Well, you kept telling me, Jamie. So she said
What do
something.
you need?
So she's going to Pierce County website, right? She kept saying to the Pierce County, I said, is there the rule book there, Jamie?
What the fuck's going on with you? What? Rule book for what?
County, right?
For what?
For fucking anything, Jamie. For any rules or anything at all. Just tell me what's going on. Right? Oh, that's actually right.
What do you mean? Tell you what's going on.
Actually, rely on her, Jamie. So there's no fucking straightforward fucking information, right? There's like me a manual, right? There's like me a fucking simple, straightforward manual. Say, hey, this is what happens, right? So if you do this, this happens. This that, right? She also said I don't have to have a court form, right? So I can just file whatever the fuck ever, Jamie. You know, on a piece of paper. That's how I file. Nothing's allowed to be filed on a piece of paper, Jamie. It has to be fucking has a court form. Fine. It has to be a court form over, or it has to be something right here. Also, Jamie.
No, shit. I mean, like, you keep thinking, like, this is what is your problem. You keep thinking everything has to